Hey, what's going on, folks? Today I thought I'd show you how we can start a simple Gatsby blog and deploy that on Netlify. So first things first, we're gonna head on over to gatsbyjs.org and we're gonna scroll down to where the starters are. We're gonna roll today with the default starter, the Gatsby starter blog. Of course, depending on your use case, you might wanna go for some of the more full-fledged solutions. In this case, I just want to copy the URL of that GitHub repository, or you could also just copy the entire command from right here from the quick start field. And so in VS Code, I just want to run this. That's gonna grab the repository files, and then it's going to install all the dependencies. So while that's happening, let's have a look at what we are starting off here with. Of course, we have like the Gatsby configuration specific files with all the different plugins. Gatsby browser, Gatsby node for programmatically creating pages during build time. Our dependencies, of course. The source folder where we have all the components, the page routes. I guess the default blog starter comes with a few, excuse me, with a layout component and a couple of other components. The page directory is where all our routes are going. And in the templates directory, we have a blog post JS file, which is being used here in Gatsby node as the boilerplate or as the template basically to build all the pages out of. And so with that being said, we can now change directory into our new project, and we can run npm run develop, get it started to see what we get out of the box. We're not going to be doing many modifications to that before we deploy it, as I'm aiming for a very short stream today. However, we're just going to create like one extra page. So here we are. We can now go to localhost 8000 and we're gonna see this default blog starter with a few posts already set up, as well as previous and next post links. Quite cool. That's pretty neat. To get a production build, we need to run npm run build. That would build the production assets for the project here out of the public directory. So all seems to be good. The build also goes through pretty normally. Next, we're just gonna create a GitHub repository because we wanna deploy that to Netlify. And one of the main powers of Netlify is taking in an existing repository and building your project automatically out of that. So here I'm just gonna create a new repository called, I don't know, demo Gatsby blog. Public, private, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Not gonna initialize it with any files. I just want an empty directory so I can actually push my content directly to that. Let's create that. All good here. So from our project, we want to run git init to initialize a new Git repository, then we're just gonna do git add all to stage, I guess, all files. We can also create an initial commit, to just commit all the files staged. And now that we have all of that in place, we need to add this remote repository to the list of remotes. We can always verify that by typing git remote -v for verbose, and we're gonna see that we currently have no remotes. However, if we run git remote add origin and point it to our newly set up remote in GitHub, now we actually see our origin remote. Hope that's kind of clear. Then we just need to push upstream. So git push upstream origin master should get us sorted out. That means that all of those contents here from the Gatsby default starter, a blog starter, are now available for us right here in this repository. Cool. So now with that in place, of course, you could always just click the Netlify deploy to Netlify button. That's probably the fastest way to get started. However, because we set up a new repository here, and the default starter, this readme file here is still a copy of the default starter, so actually this link still points to the default starter. That would be another way to get started without any hassle. Either way, you could just go to app.netlify.com for maximum glory and just hit new site from hit GitHub. Demo, search for the repository, find it. Netlify is really good at also picking up the default build commands and publish directories, so you don't even have to do anything. All the defaults are good to go. Just hit deploy site, and we can actually monitor how the build process is going on here in real time. So I guess as soon as that goes through, we're gonna have our blog up on Netlify with HTTPS with SSL certificate set up, being served really performantly from a CDN. There are many benefits to using Netlify for hosting your sites. If you are definitely looking for a place to host your projects, I can only recommend Netlify. Pretty good at it, and the developer experience is amazing. So here we are, starting to deploy site from public, and we're live. Site is live. Cool. So if we go back here to our new project, we have like this URL assigned to us by default. You come here, there's your brand new blog. So this is how easy it is to set up a blog. For bonus points, you can even come in here and change your site name to whatever you want. If that's available. Oh, that actually is available. Oops. And now your site is live here. So yeah, that's how to build the default Gatsby blog starter from here. There are many other options that you could go for if you want to go for something a bit more advanced. Pick whatever you like, and then you could just set yourself up a GitHub repository with the same steps that I showed you, and then host your site on Netlify. Hope this has been helpful. I'll catch you later.